Welcome to all in Sairam classes English 1 to 3. Today we are going to read chapter 3 of class 12 Vista's book A Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tushani Doshi. This chapter is a kind of travelogue. Travelogue means a piece of writing or movie in which someone written his or her experience. So we can say that in this chapter, Tishani Doshi has written her experience while going to Antarctica. Tishani Doshi will tell us that how our human activities as deforestation, development, growth and industrialization are creating a bad effect on nature. Although they have created a bad effect on the place like Antarctica, till now there is not a human sign. So let's proceed to the chapter.
Chapter 3 Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tishani Doshi. First of all, I will tell you about the introduction of the chapter. This lesson revolves around the world's most preserved place, Antarctica. Not many people have been there, but out of the few that have, Tishani Doshi is one of them. A South Indian person who went on an expedition with a group of teenagers affiliated with Students on Ice program who takes young minds to different ends of the world. Thus, it gives an insight into how Antarctica is the place you should visit to have a glimpse of the past, present and the future in its realist form. इस लेसन में हम पढ़ेंगे कि जो वर्ल्ड की मोस्ट प्रिजर्व प्लेस अंटार्कटिका, बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पर नहीं गए हैं, बट जो गए हैं तिशानी दोशी उनमें से एक हैं. एक ऐसे साउथ इंडियन पर्सन जो एक ग्रुप के साथ, टीनेजर्स का ग्रुप था, स्टूडेंट्स ऑन आइस प्रोग्राम था, उस प्रोग्राम की टीम में ये गई थी. और उस टीम का जो मोटिव था, उस प्रोग्राम का जो मोटिव था, वो मोटिव ये था कि यंग माइंड्स को डिफरेंट एंड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड लेकर के जाएं और इससे उन्हें जो है एक जागरूकता मिलेगी कि कैसे जो है, अगर उन्हें बात जानना है इंडिया के बारे, वर्ल्ड के बारे में, उसके पास के, प्रेजेंट के और फ्यूचर के रियलिस्ट फॉर्म में. किताबों से पूरी नॉलेज नहीं मिल सकती है, इसीलिए जो है, जो पूरी नॉलेज अगर चाहिए तो आपको यू हैव टू फेस द रियलिटी, एंड दैट इज द विजन ऑफ दिस स्टूडेंट ऑन आइस प्रोग्राम. दे वांट टू शो दिस, they want to make this program realistic. That's why they have make a team to go in different parts of the end of the world. Early this year, I found myself aboard a Russian research vessel, the Academic Sokolovsky, heading towards the coldest, driest, windiest continent in the world, Antarctica. My journey began 13.09 degrees north of the equator in Madras and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water and at least as many ecosphere. So in the beginning of this chapter, the author is talking about her journey to one of the coldest, driest and windiest continent on the earth, and that is Antarctica. She went there, as I've told you, she went there with a Russian research vessel known as Academic Sokolovsky. वो Academic Sokolovsky एक रशियन रिसर्च वेसल था, उसके साथ गई थी, जिसका नाम था Academic Sokolovsky. And the author is a South Indian woman who began her journey from Madras. On her voyage, she crossed 9 time zones. It means she has to cross, or her team has to cross 9 time zones. It means 9 various countries, 6 checkpoints and 3 water bodies, as just as many ecosphere. By the time I actually set foot on the Antarctic continent, I had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane and a ship. So my first emotion on facing Antarctica's expansive white landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief, followed up with an immediate and profound wonder at its immensity, its isolation, but mainly at how there could have ever been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the same landmass. It means the writer is telling us that she has to cross 100, she has to travel over 100 hours, and in the combination of car, aeroplane and a ship, it means she has to travel by car, by aeroplane and a ship. And when she reached Antarctica, when she reached Antarctica on that continent, she felt utmost relief, for it was all white as far as the eyes could see. जितना दूर तक देखो उतना दूर तक क्या था, सिर्फ एक सफेद एक वाइट एक जो है स्नो की एक स्प्रेड शीट, एक बैट जैसे शीट होती है स्नो की, वो पूरी तरह से फैली हुई थी. द साइड ऑफ द ब्लू हॉरिजन was also comforting. It means it was giving her soothe effect. Next emotion that followed was that of a wonderment. Wonderment means she was quite surprised by the fact that there was once a time when India and Antarctica were geographically connected. I know that it is very impossible to believe that once there was a once they were connected, once India and Antarctica were a part of same land was, but it is true. Parts of history. 650 million years ago, a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana, did indeed exist, centered roughly around the present-day Antarctica. Things were quite different then. Humans had not arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. For 500 million years, Gondwana thrived. But around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of mammals got underway, the landmass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. Now, the situation is totally different. How the situation is totally different from then? Because millions of years ago, there was a supercontinent, and that supercontinent name was Gondwana, and from that Gondwana, Antarctica and India are supposed to have been parted off. They have been separated from that Gondwana. The situation, however, was completely different from now, how it is right now. Now the situation, now the you can say now the atmosphere, now everything is different between Antarctica and India. There were new humans, and the climate was warmer, which gave rise to huge variety of flora and fauna. It means कि उस समय जो है ह्यूमंस नहीं थे और क्लाइमेट कैसी थी, वार्मर थी, और जिससे बहुत सारी फ्लोरा एंड फौना जो यहाँ पर राइज हो गई. गोंडवाना फ्लोरिश्ड फॉर 500 मिलियन ईयर्स, और ये 500 सालों तक, लगभग 500 मिलियन सालों तक ये फ्लोरिश रहा. अनटिल डायनासोर गॉट एक्सटेंट, जब तक डायनासोर जो है वो एक्सटेंट नहीं हो गया, एंड ह्यूमन बीइंग्स केम इनटू एग्जिस्ट, और ह्यूमन बीइंग की उत्पत्ति नहीं हो गई. द ह्यूज continent was then forced into segregation to form countries and the world as we know of it today. And as the human being came into existence, the huge continent was then forced into segregation, into separated to form countries. उसके बाद से जब इंसान की उत्पत्ति हुई धीरे धीरे, तो ये जितना भी बड़ा कॉन्टिनेंट था ये धीरे धीरे तो एक कुछ कंट्रीज में डिवाइड हो गया, जैसे हम वर्ल्ड को आज जानते हैं। To visit Antarctica now, it is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. It's to understand the significance of Cordilleran folds and Precambrian granite shields, ozone and carbon evolution and extinction. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind boggling. Imagine India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. South America drifting off to join North America, opening up to the drag passage to create a cold circumpolar current, keeping Antarctica frigid, desolate, and at the bottom of the world. It means to visit Antarctica now is to be a part of history. Why it is a part of a history? First of all, I'll tell you some meaning of the here. Cordilleran folds means an extensive chain of mountains or mountain range. Cordilleran fold जो क्या हुआ, ये बहुत बड़ी सी चेन हुई माउंटेन की, या फिर आप माउंटेन रेंजेस बोले कह सकते हैं. एंड माइंड बॉगलिंग, ओवरवेलमिंग, स्टार्टलिंग, शॉकिंग, फ्रिजिड, बहुत ज़्यादा कोल्ड टेम्परेचर में, डिसोलेट, अनइनहेबिटेड एंड गिविंग एन इम्प्रेशन ऑफ ब्लीक एम्प्टीनेस. डिसोलेटेड मतलब एक ऐसी जगह विच इज अनइनहेबिटेड, जिसमें कि कोई रहता ना हो, एंड गिविंग एन इम्प्रेशन ऑफ ब्लीक एम्प्टीनेस, जो पूरा एक एम्प्टीनेस का, पूरा ब्लीक मतलब पूरी तरह से एक सूनापन का जो आपको एक एहसास दे. अकॉर्डिंग टू ऑथर, if anyone wants to have a glimpse of history and from where we have originated along with and where we are headed, Antarctica is the right place. According to author, अगर किसी को जानना है, हिस्ट्री के बारे में देखना है, झलक लेनी है, और कहाँ से हमारा ऑरिजिन और कहाँ हम बढ़ रहे हैं, Antarctica is the right place to see. It is the best place to research and understand about mountain ranges and low elevation continents, ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. It is capable of giving an insight of the future, and that can be really starting. और ये it has a capability to giving an insight of the future. ये हमें फ्यूचर के बारे में जागरूक कर सकती है, बता सकती है, एंड दैट कैन बी रियली स्टार्टिंग. और जो फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, इट विल बी वेरी स्टार्टिंग, मतलब इट विल बी वेरी शॉकिंग. For a sun worshipping South Indian like myself, 2 weeks in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored is a chilling prospect, not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for the imagination. It's like walking into a giant ping pong ball devoid of any human markers. No tree, no billboard, nothing like that. Buildings, you lose all earthly senses of perspective and time here. The visual scale ranges from the micro or microscopic to the mighty midges and mites to blue whale and iceberg as big as countries. The largest recorded was the size of Belgium. Days go on and on and on in surreal 24 hours austral summer light and a ubiquitous silence interrupted only by the occasional avalanche or calving ice sheet concentrates the place. It's an immersion that will force you to place yourself in the context of the Earth's geological history. And for humans, the prognosis is not good. Surreal means you can say unusual. Unusual मतलब bizarre और बिल्कुल odd चीजें. Bizarre is a word which is used for odd things, unusual things. Austral, relating to the southern hemisphere. Ubiquitous, it means you can say that everywhere, हर एक जगह. Avalanche, snow slide, जब वो जो बर्फ का तूफान आता है, that is called avalanche. Calving, split and shed. And immersion मतलब submerge होना. Prognosis, a forecast of the likely outcome of a situation. It was a very different experience for the narrator as being as a South Indian sun worshipping woman. It was hard for her or anyone else to imagine living in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volumes are stored. It means that the author is telling us that as being a South Indian person, it is who worship the sun. And it was very hard for her or anyone else to imagine living in a place where 90% of the Earth's total ice volume is stored. जहाँ पर पूरी अर्थ का 90% जो है ice volume जो है stored हो. Not only biologically or physically difficult, but also for imagination. A place untouched by humans and their invention. और ये बायोलॉजिकली और फिजिकली डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, इट इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर इमेजिनेशन ऑल्सो. ऐसी प्लेस विच इज अनटच बाय ह्यूमंस एंड देयर इन्वेंशन, जहाँ पर ह्यूमंस के इन्वेंशन ना हुए हो, उनके जो है बिल्कुल उनकी कोई अनटच हो, हर जहाँ पर उनके नामो निशान ना हो. इट गिव्स एन एक्सपीरियंस दैट मेक्स यू फॉरगॉट अबाउट ऑल अदर थिंग्स. फ्रॉम स्मॉल क्रिएचर्स लाइक midges and mites to huge creatures like blue whales and icebergs as big as countries, everything can be found in Antarctica. छोटे से छोटे creatures like midges and mites से लेकर बड़े बड़े creatures जैसे blue whales और iceberg भी कितने बड़े, as big as countries, everything can be found in Antarctica. हर चीज जो Antarctica में पाई जा सकती है. Days are never ending with sunlight all the time falling on the southern hemisphere. और डेज कभी खत्म ही नहीं होते. It is such a quiet place interrupted only by falling mass of snow rapidly down a mountain. और बहुत ही क्वाइट प्लेस है और it interrupted only by, और कैसे इंटरप्शन होता है वहाँ पर, सिर्फ जैसे कभी कभी अवलांच आता है, या it is a setting that force you to ponder upon Earth's geological history and helps you foresee your future, which for human does not seem very pleasant. और ये आपको एक थिंक पॉन्डर करने में मजबूर कर देगा, थिंक करने के लिए मजबूर कर देगा आपकी जो अर्थ की जो जियोलॉजिकल हिस्ट्री है, और इट विल हेल्प यू टू फोरसी द फ्यूचर, और हमें फ्यूचर देखने में हेल्प करेगा, विच फॉर ह्यूमन्स डज नॉट सीम वेरी प्लीजेंट. और जो फ्यूचर जो है ह्यूमन के लिए बिल्कुल भी प्लीजेंट नहीं है.
So this was the first part of the video. Second part I will upload soon. Thanks for watching.